Hi. Today we are going to change a rear light bulb on a 2009 Pontiac Solstice Coupe. If you own one of these and you haven't had to replace a bulb yet, you're going to love what you have to do. It's the biggest pain in the ass you can possibly imagine. If you consult the manual that comes with your car, the directions for changing the bulb are actually the directions for a convertible, and they don't really work on the Coupe. The Coupe has a completely different necessary method. This is my car. This is the tail light that's out. And unfortunately, what you have to do is you have to change the bulb from underneath. And to get to the bulb, you have to jack the car up and take the wheel off. So we're going to start by doing that. That's the jack point right there. So right now I am loosening the lug nuts so that I can get the wheel off after it's in the air. And let me get the car jacked up and I'll get the wheel off and we'll proceed. So here's what we have to do from underneath. These push-in connectors have to come out, and this whole piece has to come down, and then I can get to the bulb. This is the tool we're going to use to pop these plastic things out. This is the same tool that's used for removing these when they're used on interior door panels. You just slide it under. This one doesn't want to slide under very easily. You want to slide it under like that and just pop it out. And they just come out like that. There's one down low under here. And it's kind of hard to get to. But I got it. There we go. The next thing you want to get to is this bolt right here. It's a 10 millimeter. So let me get that off. This one's easier to get by hand once it's loosened. Once it's loose on this side, just kind of pull and force it out. And I've got it all loose on this side, and now I'm going to get the pull tabs on the other side. These on this side are being more difficult. With most of those pull tabs out, I was able to pull this fender plastic back enough to see what I need to get to with the light. This is actually still being held in place by a pull tab you can see there and one underneath. I'm just going to go ahead and leave those on. You could take them off if you wanted. I'm going to leave them on. with the fender plastic down, we can see inside now, and this is what we need to get to. This screw thing and this screw thing are what's holding the taillight in. So those two things need to be removed, and it is nice that they went ahead and put these, easy to turn attachments on. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these. With those two screws removed, the housing is now loose, and come out. Ah! So I've got that out, and now I can get to the bulb. The Pontiac Solstice Coupe uses the 3057 for the taillights, so this is what I've got. So this thing just screws in. Let me see if I can unscrew it while holding. There we go. So this is unscrewed. It just attaches with those tabs. You're supposed to not handle these bulbs with your fingers, so I'm going to go get some gloves or something to handle the bulbs. These bulbs are the push-in style, so all you have to do is yank it out and push it in. So I'm going to try and do this with one hand so you can see. Yep, see, it just pulls out. If you look super closely in there, like off to the right on the lower filament, you can see where it's burnt out. It's like a little flaw in the spring pattern, way off to the right. You don't want to actually get your fingers on the bulbs because your finger grease can heat up and cause the bulb to burn out prematurely. So that's why you're not supposed to handle them. All right, so I've got the new bulb. I'm gonna try and put this in one-handed. And there we go. One hand, multiple fingers. Okay, we're ready to put the bulb back in. To screw this back in place, you want to match these tabs up with the holes in the fixture. This is the longest one, and that looks like the longest one. This looks like the longest one, and that looks like the longest one, so I'm gonna start here. Everything's a little awkward with the one hand. Looks like that worked, so I'm gonna give it a twist and put it in place. There we go. It's in place. So now I just need to set the light back down where it belongs. All right, lots of pushing and twisting. It takes a little finesse to get the light in, but there are some tabs inside you want to make sure you clip in, or they guide you in. There's one up here, and there's one back here. So just get into those guides. Before I lock everything down, I'm testing it, and as you can see, it is working normally. It's also working with the headlights on. You can see both filaments illuminated. Putting it back together is a simple reversal of taking it out. So I'm going to begin by putting these back. When I was first trying to put this in, something had sort of slid over the hole, and I was able to move it out of the way with the screwdriver. So if the same thing happens to you, same technique. I'm not sure what that was, probably some sort of gasket or something, but I was able to slide it out of the way with a Phillips head screwdriver. All right, so I'm gonna finish tightening this one up. All right, next we wanna push this plastic back in place. This upper lip, hides up here, and then clips hold it on each end. I'm gonna go ahead and push that in. The plastic is pushed up in place, and this lip fits into the other lip real nice, and then you just push in the push tabs. I think in order to get some stability, I'm going to start by putting that bolt back in. So the last step is to reinsert these push things. Just a matter of lining things up and pushing these back in, just like that. They're a lot easier to get in than get out. Don't forget the one under here. Now the ones on the other side. These aren't lining up easy. There we go. All right, those are all in. The push nuts are all in. That upper lip is where it belongs. The rest of these push nuts are in. So I am ready to put the wheel back on. That's it for today's video. The Pontiac Solstice now has safe turn signals. Expect this project to take 45 minutes to an hour. It's a pain in the ass, but it's definitely something you can do yourself. The only tools I used were the pop removal tool. It's like an upholstery door panel removal tool. It pulls those plastic push-in rivets. I also used a 10mm wrench. Just wasn't that hard. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Good luck with your own projects.